Can you believe that there's one headband, a heatless curling rod, that can curl your whole head in minutes? I'm going to try it on our natural hair. I've seen this used on people with straight hair, but hardly any people with our natural curly hair use it. So here we go. I actually got this curling rod on Temu. There's a link in my description of this curling rod with all the bits that go with it. Here's what you'll need to actually do this hairstyle. I'm using Umberto Giannini Curl Whip Mousse, a spray bottle with some water to re-wet your hair, and the heatless curling rod with the 2 scrunchies and a crocodile clip. You will also need a brush to detangle that hair and a comb if you're going to do it in sections and make perfect lines. The first thing we're going to do is start on clean, freshly washed hair. I've already washed my hair. I let it air dry for a little bit, and then I dried it with a cotton t-shirt just so it wasn't dripping wet. I found with my hair, whenever I use products in my hair takes forever to dry. But when there's no products, my hair dries so quickly. So, as you can see, it was very dry. I separated it into 2 because that's what you need to do with this hairstyle. Half the hair will go on one side of the rod and the other half will go on the other side of the rod. I started this process at 2 p.m. I took note how long it would take me from start to finish, so from where I am now to where my hair is all in the rod and in place. It only took me 13 minutes for my first attempt. I've never done this before. I was shocked. That just shows how easy this is to do, and you can do it. Step number 2 is to remember to detangle your hair, and then step number 3 glides nicely into this is to apply a styling product. You can use a mousse like I am or a curl cream and apply it to your whole head. Then you need to evenly distribute this throughout your hair to help enhance and define your curls. Normally, I'd say you only need to apply a small amount of the styling product, but I know I used a lot. That's because the knots were back and I needed to detangle these curls once again. So I got some moisture back into my curls, otherwise the frizz was just going to set in and we were going to be back to square one. Step number 4 is section out your hair. I divided my hair into 2 sections, half and half. Then position this headband at the center of your hair and secure it with a crocodile clip. Then you can use a comb or your fingers to section out each part of your hair. I have used my fingers, as you can see. I've sectioned out about 2 size fingers of my hair, and it's time to wrap it around this wand. The size of the sections will determine the size of your curls. You will now need to decide how big you want your curls and adjust the size accordingly to what you would like. The bigger the section, the wavier the curl. The smaller the section, the tighter the curl. So you decide. The next step is to master wrapping your hair around the curling rod. You want to take one section of hair at a time and wrap it tightly around the curling rod from the roots of your hair to the ends of the hair. So you start wrapping the most hair and you carry on until you get right to the end. Make sure the hair is smooth and that you've detangled your hair properly. Then evenly distribute it along the rod to create a uniform curl. But with our type of hair, like natural hair, only time will tell. We shall see. And the next step is pretty important. When you've come to the end of wrapping all your hair around this curling rod, you want to secure the ends. You'll do this by getting one of the scrunchies and tying it twice around the curling rod and around your hair. You could also use a clip or anything else to hold it in place, but this actually comes with the 2 scrunchies, which is perfect. Don't skip this step, because if you do, the hair will start coming away and you really don't want that. It'll be a waste. For those with straight hair already, it's going to loosen even quicker. Whereas us natural head girls, you will still need to secure the ends. However, it will take more time for your curls to start loosening. You want to go section by section and take your time. As I said, it only took me 13 minutes, which is ridiculous. I am a hairstylist. I do many different hairstyles, twist outs, braids, roller sets, you name it. So obviously I am used to styling my hair with different techniques, but even if you're a beginner, I promise you this will be easy to do. Just try it a few times, and if you don't like it, it's all right. If you do, you can thank me later. The next step is to allow your curls to set into place. This is crucial. You need to let your hair either air dry completely, or you can use a hairdryer with a diffuser attachment, and make sure it's on cold and fast setting or warm and fast setting. You don't want to use direct heat on your hair. You don't want to damage your hair. So you just need to alternate it. The diffusing will speed up the drying process, but air drying, you can air dry it and go to sleep. The next morning, it will definitely be dry. If you're scared of heat damage and you're using a diffuser, I suggest using a heat protectant. This always helps. Now let's get down to how long this actually took me to dry my hair using a diffuser. I thought, okay, I started at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, okay, an hour, it's not dry. 4 o'clock, it's still not dry. 5 o'clock, it's still not dry. I was like, oh my goodness. I wasn't drying it continuously for 3 hours, but I was starting and stopping. This is what felt comfortable for me because I wasn't going to be blow drying or diffusing my hair for 3 hours straight. The longer you keep this in, the better the curls are meant to look. So I started loosening it and it was about 75% dry. I had to start diffusing again after I'd loosened it. I know, I've defeated the purpose, but we'll see how it comes out. I see why people leave it in their hair overnight. You put a bonnet on your head and you can sleep with this. Now, the next step, once it's dry, it's time to remove this and unravel the curls. You want to carefully unwrap each section of hair from this curling rod, starting from the ends, working your way up towards the roots. You can add some oil to your hands. This will make it easier to unravel the curls and reduce the amount of frizz. But I had no time to get setting spray or oil to do this, so it is what it is, but I would suggest doing it. So your hair can set into place. I've seen girls with straight hair do this, but us natural girls, you don't really want to use setting spray just because it usually has ingredients that aren't good. Unless you have a setting spray that is silicone and sulfate free, go ahead, use it. Or you're going to have to do a proper cleanse of your scalp the next wash day. But yeah, for now, this is where we are. Okay, I think it's dry now. I did find it really easy to unravel. My hair didn't feel like it was knotted. It didn't feel like it was getting stuck around there, but it needed assistance to unravel. So I unraveled it, and yeah, this process was easy as well. It didn't take a long time. This hairstyle is quick. If you can master this, you're good to go. Now the next step is styling. You can either use your fingers or a wide tooth comb or even a pick to style your curls. Okay, this is what it looks like. No fluffing, no nothing. They are curls, but there's a lot of volume at the roots. There's definition, you can see. You can use your fingers to gently separate and fluff the curls for a more natural look. Give me some time, okay? Just stay with me. Stay to the end of the video and you will see how good this looks. It's more like volume. If you love a big afro, this is what I'm getting. I was like, oh wow, it looks amazing. But stick with me. You want to fluff a bit, separate the curls here and there. You can add more oil just to make sure you lock in the moisture and your curls stay in place. You can finish by using a lightweight hairspray or styling spray just to help the curls set and keep them in place throughout the day. Now this is only going to last me one day. There's no way this afro is going to look this good tomorrow. I mean, it probably will, but I'll have to do a lot of fluffing. But here you go. Look at the furrow. There is volume at my roots like none other. Volume. I was like, if you want to do something like this for a day, I suggest using this. You can use it and our hair will look like this. I wouldn't suggest using a gel. I mean, you can try, but I'm not sure how it will come out. Now here's a little bonus tip. Remember, while using these curling rods, you may need to take some time to practice until it's perfect and how you want them to come out. Don't be discouraged if your first attempt doesn't turn out exactly as mine did or as planned. I was expecting more of a wavy curl, but I have tight curls in general, type 3C, 4A type of hair, so this isn't surprising. And I love my curls, so I'm not bothered that that didn't turn out, but that's what I was looking for. So if I wanted that, I'd need to straighten my hair, and I'm not about to straighten my hair and then curl it again. My hair is naturally curly. I'm not going to do that. However, this curling rod has done its job in a different way for us natural girls. I am loving the volume, loving the definition. I would give it a 9 out of 10 for volume, and definition like a 6. But that could be due to my hair not drying completely. I'm loving this look. I just love the afro. I love it, love it, love it. Comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching Curls by Sharlene. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? And don't forget to like this video and leave a comment. I'll see you next time. Bye.